you so much for joining me. I hope that the light is okay. I'm doing this at about 6 o'clock, so I'm going to do this, do my video, and then I'm going to go feed the horses. It's just been really hot in the day, so I hope you can forgive my air conditioning on. It's on in both, and I'm still boiling. The temperature is 83 degrees in here, but for some reason I don't seem to be able to get it like cooler than that. So yeah, this month has been manic as per. I've not got my goals. I didn't make my wipgo goals this month, purely because I've had a lot of going on. I've had a lot of clients, and when I've done like the massage, I come home and I'm just so tired. All I want to do is eat, have a shower and go to bed. And there's been days also where I've been getting my admin stuff done, and I get to like 4 o'clock and my head is just fried, and all I want to do is just sit in front of the TV with a glass of wine. I really don't want to. I've just not been in the mood for stitching. I don't know. This month I've lost my stitchy bug a little bit. But I do have a new start, which is exciting, with my new floss, and I'll talk more about that in a second. But I do have 2 projects that I need to roll over to next month, so that's not too bad. But you know what? I do tend to make up my wipgo goals. I do make them up, so it's just, you know, at the moment I've got a lot going on, so it's just busy. So without further ado, let's get into the stitching. So, what am I going to show you first? I will show you in the order that I've got down here, because it's going to be a lot easier. So the first one that I worked on is my beautiful lion, and I've got like a really itchy eye. Lately I've had really bad allergies. I'm actually allergic to horses, can you actually believe it? And anytime that I rub my eyes, my eyes just go nuts. So the lion, so this one is one that I got from Etsy. It's from Instant Cross Stitch. I don't know if you can see that down here. Instant Cross Stitch. It's absolutely stunning, absolutely beautiful. So excuse me, I think I was supposed to do 1,000 stitches on that this month. And I did manage to do that. I managed to do 1,022 stitches, so I'm at 2.77%, and 2.77%, and I'm doing this on 18 count 2/1, and this is where we were last time. I'm going to do them sort of side by side. I think that seems to be working at the moment. And this is where we are now. So if I put this up here, so as you can tell, I've started working down a little bit, getting some colour in there, because I was getting a little bit bored with the same colour. As you can see here, I've got a lot of the background colour, and I just wanted to get some different colours in there. So yeah, but you know, this is coming along. 2.77%, 18 count. This is going to be one that works up quite quick, I think, because I don't think there's too many colours. I've got a feeling it's absolutely going to storm it in a minute. My umbrella's up, but that shouldn't be a problem. That will just but my washing's out, so I might, if it rains, I might have to put this video on pause and go and sort my washing out. Okay, so the next one I'm going to show you is Peacock Love. I love this one. I am at 82.74% on this one. So I am so close to a finish. So close to a finish. This one is a Heaven and Earth design. Its artwork is by Josephine Wall. Look at that, isn't that beautiful? Absolutely stunning. I love it. And I'm stitching this one again on 18 count 2/1. And I had to do 666 stitches this month, and I did 634 stitches. So I need that back. This is where you saw it last time, and this is where we are now. I'll hold it back a bit. So as you can see, some more of the birds are coming out, and then it's just, you know, like the background in this area. This is the girly bird. You see the girly birds starting to appear now. Well, it's a peacock, girly peacock, and a boy peacock. So just literally filling in the gaps. And with this one, I've been doing colour completions, and I've been completing everything. So I've done like 5 or 6 different colour completions on this one. So this one is Peacock Glove. Isn't that beautiful? So I am going to frame this, and I'm going to put it on my on here. I may have to move my tarantula. I don't know what to do with this. That's there is my tarantula. So she's cool just hanging out there for a minute, but I may have to rehome her somewhere if I decide to put this one on show. Or you know what, I might just pop it on the wall, but I do have an idea for a Resistance is Futile to go on the wall, so we'll just see. We'll see where it goes. We'll see where it goes. Okay, the next one I worked on is Crossword, and I don't know, I thought I bought this one. Okay, bear with me 1 second, because I don't know where this pattern is. I know I've got the pattern, but I don't know where the project is. Bear with me 1 moment. Right, I'm back. I did take the opportunity to go and get my washing in, because we've got a nice big black cloud coming over now. So I am winning at life today, really winning at life. My washing pile, my washing basket thing, washing bin I guess, is completely empty, and it hasn't been like that in over a year. I mean, yeah. I'm just really good at washing what I need at the time, and I'll chuck a wash in. And the problem is that I haven't got like a proper washing machine. My washing machine is like one of these like small spinner things that you have for small spaces, and then I've got a spinner. I don't actually have a dryer, so then when I dry things, I have to put it on my washing line, which I've got. It's like one of those square ones that do this, and that spins. Well, as in, it doesn't fast spin, like it spins, it turns, so you can put your washing on. You don't have to move around it. But I do love the smell of fresh washing. So even if I may have a dryer, like eventually, potentially, maybe if I ever get a house, I think I'm still going to do my washing on the washing line, because it just smells so nice and so fresh. So yeah. So the next one I worked on is Crossword by Long Dog Samplers. I love this one. This is lovely. So this is being done in 2 different colours. These words here and the letters are being done in 29. Obviously that is, so I use CXC, but they don't do 1 to 35. So 29 is, what is 29? I do usually use Rose to Me, but this one is AMO. And then everything in between all of these is 3041, and that's all CXC. So I feel like I've done quite a bit on this one this month. I'm not too sure how many I was supposed to do, how many stitches I was supposed to do, but I did 1,338, and I did 24.11%. Now, I didn't make my wipgo goals this month, because I think what I was doing is I ended up over stitching on everything, and I don't know why. I think it was because I was enjoying what I was stitching, so I was just stitching over. I think I only need to do 1,000 stitches. No, I only need to do 500 stitches on Crossword. 500 stitches, and I've done almost 3 times that at 1,338. I'm at 24.11%, but I just really loved stitching it, and I do have a new start. But I've had a bit of a crappy this month, so, which I'll tell you about at the end. Shock horror. Holly's had a crappy month. Anyway, so let me see. I love this one, honestly. I love this one. I'm stitching this on 32 count 2/2, and I'm gonna put a picture in before, because this is quite a big one, it's gonna fill the screen. So this is what it looked like last time you saw it. This is where we are now. How cute is that? I'm loving it. I am loving it. Now, I have received some information on the other piece of fabric that I bought, that they were going to special rogue stitches, were going to specially dye for me, because I wasn't feeling dyeing stuff. So that is, I should have sent theirs back today, but I'll send it back either today or either tomorrow or Monday. Or if I can get to the post office in time, I'll send it on Saturday. And then, because it's the new one's on opalescent, and I got them to do it on 28 count because they were dyeing it, I owe them another $5, so I'll stick a $5 check in with that at the same time. But yeah, so this is where we are. This is 32 count 2/2, and I cannot for the life of me remember what, I think it's called Silvery Moon, Silver, I think it's called, no, maybe it's not. This is, I'm sure this is a, I'm sure this is one I got from, oh my gosh, what's the stitching shop that everyone uses in the UK? Begins with L. I can't remember. Lakeside Needle. Yeah, that is where this is from, because I bought this prior to coming out to the States. I mean, God, I've been here like two years. No, yeah, over 2 years. I've been here, what are we now, August, April, May, June, July, August. I've been here in 2 years and 4 months. So it's a long time, isn't it? It's a long time to have absolutely achieved nothing. But you know, hey ho. Oh gosh, my life, honestly. Okay, and I'm going to give you a rundown of everything that's going on at the moment, and my failures, what's worked, what hasn't worked, what's happened, what's going on, but I'll do that at the end. So if you're not interested in my life and you know what's going on out here, then you don't have to listen. I won't put you through it. So the next one that I'm going to show you is Gobler. Now I think this was, yes, it was a wipgo one. Gobler Farm, here we go. Heaven and Earth Designs, artworks by Donna Gelsinger, absolutely stunning. I love this. I don't love stitching it because I got max colour, and I don't regret getting it, but it's so confetti heavy, so you just don't get much done. That is like the nightmare. Right, so I'm stitching this on 20 count 1/1, which is my go-to, with CXC threads. I did 523 stitches. The colours are stunning, absolutely beautiful. And again, I'm kind of working on the new section, and then I'm colour completing. So I'm doing a section, and I'll show you. It's just going to be a lot easier to show you. Right, okay, so this is where, I'm going to see if I can show it side by side. Okay, so here we go. So this is where we are at now. So what I was trying to explain to you, very discombobulatedly, is that I am starting a new section here, a new page, but what I'm doing is I'm going, every single time that I do a thread on here, I then go back here and I colour complete one of these colours in here, so that although I'm working on this section, this section also gets completed. Does that make sense? Because it's so confetti heavy, I'm not loving it. I'm not loving stitching it. It's just, I'm loving this bit because this is a little bit more block colour, but I just do not like confetti. I absolutely hate confetti. I don't know why I get like all of these projects that are bloody supersized max colour and you're never going to complete size, you know? But I do. And I think it is purely because it just looks better. The end result just looks 10 times better, doesn't it? So Okay, so the next one is actually the love of my life, because talking about block colour, I don't spend a lot of time on this project because it's so blocky, and I absolutely love that. And it is Henry VIII, which I absolutely love. I don't know, I am in love with this man, and I don't know why. He's a bad person. He's bad. He was bad. He's not alive anymore. But I love his presence. I love his, I love his presence and his, I guess, his drama. He's got so much drama, and his costumes are just so beautiful. Well, they're not costumes, they were clothes back then. But look at this. Is that not stunning? Absolutely beautiful. I mean, he really is. I mean, he's ugly as hell, but I absolutely love all of this. It's just, I really loved doing the Tudors and Stuarts at school in history. I didn't take history at school. I did geography because the Tudors and the Stuarts were like the only thing I was interested in history, and the whole entire year is not going to be done on Henry Tudor, is it? It's just not. But on the back of that, I did a lot of my own research, and I was in love with like the Elizabeth I era and things like that, and I just have this just really resonated with me. It just called to me. Absolutely beautiful. Love it, love it, love it. So I'm stitching this one on 18 count 2/1. I had to do 1,000 stitches because again it's blocky, and I did 1,071, and I am at 5.33%. And I do feel a little bit that this one is coming along, so I'm excited about that. Okay, so again, this is going to be one I'm going to have to do this is what it looked like last time, and this is what it looks like now. So anyway, so this is what it looked like last time. And then, because it's quite a big project, and then this is where we are now. Look at that! Oh my gosh, sorry. Okay, I'm going to stand up. Look at that, people. Is that not beautiful? I've even started, here is 310, I've started doing a bit of his headdress, or whatever it is. I love it. I absolutely love this project. And I'm not sure if this is coming up this month or not. I will have to have a look. 12 and 15. 12 and 15 lion. 12, 15, it's not, you know. No, it's not coming up this month, so this one will go away for this month. Right, okay, so the next one I'm going to show you is a new start, and I am in love with this thread. This thread is stunning. Apart from being stunning, it is Silks for You, and it's number PR140, and I have put it on this absolutely stunning little acorn that I got from Lindsay at Catfern Cross Stitch as a gift. She gifted it me. She's amazing. And look at this. Look at this. Oh my goodness, it is just beautiful. So I am doing, the project I'm doing for this one is Act of God by Long Dog Samplers. Now you can't really see it, but there is, hang on, let me see. There is green in here. There is like proper green, and then it goes pink and blue and purple. It's just gorgeous. I absolutely love this. And Lindsay at Catfern and Cross Stitch, this is all her fault. She messaged me on Instagram and she was like, so I have an idea. And I'm like, She said, I really want to do a new start, but I really fancy doing a sal with you. And I was like, okay, what are you thinking? So, and I actually have a massive thank you to her, because I've been banging on about Act of God in Long Dog, an Act of God Long Dog Sampler for a long time, and I thought I had it, but I didn't. So, and things have been really tight this month. So I said to her, look, okay, I will do the sale with you, but just bear with, because I need to buy the pattern and I haven't got a huge amount of money. I'd like my credit card bills are over $2,000 this month because I've been living on my credit cards, because like, anyway, that's another story. So I've been really struggling a little bit financially, and I can't just go and get a job, which is really annoying because I'm on a visa. I can't just go and get a job to help me out financially. So all you lot that are complaining about going to work, honestly, think yourself lucky that you have a paycheck at the end of the month, because I would do anything to be able to get a paycheck at the end of the month. But she was like, okay, well, what's your email address? I thought that she was just going to email me something. She bought me the Act of God Long Dog Sampler, and obviously it got emailed to me. So when you buy it, you can put in an email for it to be sent to. I'm going to sneeze. And I was like obviously happy to pay her back, and she was like, no, it's fine, you know, just think of it as like a gift. Oh my god, she's so nice. So I'm going to tag her in this video, and if you haven't seen her videos, she does great videos as well. But yeah, so I'm doing this sale with Lindsay, and she is doing, I mean, she went through a couple of variations as well with her thread, one that she really liked, one she didn't like, and I think she's kind of settled on a variation or variegation that is subtle. So she's a subtle person. Subtle is not a word that I would use with this pattern. Subtle it is not, but it is so much fun, and I'm gonna just stop rabbiting on and I'm gonna show you. So Act of God, I didn't print it off, what an idiot. So I'm going to put it up here so you can see what it is, and then obviously I haven't got anything to show you beforehand, and this is a big project. I didn't think it was so big. This is a bloody big project, but oh my goodness, you wait. Now, I have been asked a couple of times, am I doing this in any kind of particular order? Am I doing it in kind of, you know, no, I'm not. I am just doing a cross, and whatever colour that cross comes out, it comes out. I have not got the minerals, the brain power to sit and design how the colour is going to coordinate. So I am literally just stitching it, and I don't care what colour comes where. It's just what it is, what it is. So I'm going to use this. Okay, are you ready? I haven't done a huge amount. I've only done 583 stitches, and I've got I'm at 0.84%, and I just needed something to kind of give me a little bit of fun and happiness, and just something different, which is why I did a new start. And I don't really need a new start, but you know, there we are. We're there. I did it anyway. Okay, you ready? Here we are. Look at this. How gorgeous is that? That is so nice. So yeah, like I said, no order. Stitches just land where they land. And a lot of people have asked me why I'm parking. I'm not really parking, I'm just dumping. So I was doing along here, and then I thought, do you know what, I really want to kind of do down here. So I did down here, and then I dumped that because I didn't want to go any further, and I wanted to kind of work on this bit. So that's kind of where I've got all of the other stitches, all the other like threads. I'm not parking, I'm just dumping so that I can then work on another area, basically. So I was hoping to get a little bit more done on that, but I have got a hell of a lot done on it. And look how much, look at this. There is so much. This is going to be a freaking huge project. And I didn't realise. I thought, oh yeah, you know, Act of God's a nice small project. No. Stupid me. Julia does not do small projects. Okay, so we have done Peacock Love, Henry VIII, Lion, Gobler, Crossword, Act of God. We have got one more, and then I'm going to talk about what my plans are for next month, and then I'm going to tell you about my car crash life. Okay, so the last one is Bookshelf. Now, I loved this one. Don't get me wrong, I still do love it. However, I'm loving it less as I've got less block colour to do, and more switching of threads, because I think I'm pretty much every single colour now is under 1,000 stitches. So bookshelf, this is another project by Etsy, another pattern by Etsy, by New Dream Stitch, and I'm stitching this one 18 count 2/1. Oh, Active God is being stitched on 32 count 2/2, by the way. I have done, so this is the one I failed on. I should have done 1,000 stitches, and I only did 731 stitches. So I've got another 279, 69, something like that to do. But I'm at 80.19, and this is going to be another one where I think I'm going to have to do, this is before and this is after. So this is where you saw it last time. And this is, I'm just trying to figure out which way up it was then. This is where we are now. So yeah, I'm doing this on 18 count 2/1. We are almost there, 80%. Almost there. Mainly worked on this one here, and then I think some of this. Yeah, that's kind of where I was mainly, I think. But yeah. So, oh, I am so sorry. Excuse me. Okay, so that is everything that I worked on this month. I was supposed to also work on Santa, because Santa was, it was either, I think it was white last month was my full coverage fanatics, but I didn't get to him, so I've got another 500 stitches to do on him next month. And then I've obviously got the other 269 stitches for bookshelf. Oh my gosh, my eyes. Oh, right. On top of which, the numbers were called this month for wipgo, and they are. Oh, the other one I didn't do is Autumn Jumble. I was supposed to do another. Where are we? Autumn Jumble. Yeah. So I was supposed to do another 2 squares on Autumn Jumble. So I've done these 2, and I was supposed to do these 2. I've got a feeling that I was supposed to do 1 last month, and I ended up doing 3. I don't know whether I've actually done my stitch count for this month last month, because again, this was one that I was getting excited about, and I was like, you know, I was working on it and I really enjoyed working on it. So this is like where it is at the moment. So I need to do another 2, and you know what, I might just get this finished, because I think I've only got another 3. I might dedicate a Sunday to this and just get it done, because I have got only another 3 squares and then this one's done, but we'll see where time takes us. But it's beautiful, isn't it? And this is on a silvery moon, I believe. Okay, so 12 is Resistance is Futile. I have got to do 1,000 stitches on this one. I've got it here. Oh gosh, someone just messaged me saying a big storm is headed your way. Brilliant. Might have to go and do my horse before the big storm comes in. Right, so Resistance is Futile. That's where I am so far. 917 is the colourway. Oh my gosh, it does help if I show you. It's a long dog sampler. Ta-da! A long dog sampler. Resistance is Futile. Yeah, so this is another big project. Absolutely beautiful though. Loving the colour. 917. Stunning. And you know what? There is a massive storm coming. I am going to just pause this video and I'm going to go and sort my horses out. and I need to get my cats in, because if there is a massive storm coming, I need to make sure that everyone is okay. I'm petrified about getting hit by lightning. I was at my friend's house, Tracy's, a couple of weeks ago, and we were in a house and a house got hit by lightning. It was the most scariest thing I think I've ever, honestly, it was like a freaking bomb going off in the corner of her house. It was like this massive big kind of ball of light. That's all I can explain. That's all I can describe. It hit the side of a house. Luckily it hit like this metal thing, and I think that's probably what didn't help. And we went out there and we couldn't see any fire, but I could smell burning, and I was like, okay, you need to call the fire brigade. And she's like, oh no, it's, you know, and I was like, no, I'm telling you now. I said, there may be a fire in your walls that you don't know anything about. I said, they are way happier coming out and it be nothing than they are having to come out and sift out dead bodies in the middle of the night, you know, just get them out. So anyway, she phoned up 911, and I kid you not, they were there within 3 minutes. I mean, they are kind of sort of around the corner from her, but they sent 2 fire trucks, a battalion thing, and then a smaller fire truck. I mean, the place was like Blackpool lights. I mean, it was so lit up with fire trucks, it's unreal. But no, luckily there was no fire or anything. Everything was fine. But it's always good to be safe than sorry, isn't it? So anyway, I'm petrified that I'm going to get hit by lightning, and I have got a surge thing, and also I've got like all of these poles everywhere, so that the lightning hits a pole and doesn't hit. It's a lightning rod, I think, and doesn't hit my RV, but it still petrifies me. But anyway, so I am going to go and do the horses, and then I'm going to come back, because I want to make sure that everyone's in and sorted out and happy. So bear with me 1 second. Right, hey. Oh, hang on, let me just put my mic on. Okay, so Pony's been fed, cats are in. I can't guarantee that Garfield is going to remain quiet, because he just doesn't. But we have got a massive storm coming in, and I know we had a big storm Tuesday and the electric went off. Literally, I had one power cut in 11 years living in the UK, and literally they are so frequent here, it's unreal. Okay, so what was I talking about? I was talking about active resistance is futile. Right, the next one I'm going to be working on, and I don't know if I just told you this, that the guy from Rogue Stitches has now done my new fabric, so that'll be sent over the next couple of days, and that is for 1 down 3 across, which is this one. So it's going to be between 154, excuse me, I got hiccups, and 3835 colour. So that's a colour of the fabric. It's going to be opalescent in 28 count. And if you can hear the thunder, I do apologise. And I'm going to do that with like a silver. And now, because it's 28 count, not 32 count, which means it's going to be like not 36. I can probably use the Silks for You silk that I bought originally to do this project in, which is a very, very, very slightly variegated silver colour, and it will be absolutely beautiful. So yeah, it's kind of like this colour. That's sort of the colour it's going to be, but this didn't work out. And if you oh my god, revert to my last video to find out why. I think it's like 2 before. So anyway, I've got to do, how many have I got to do on there? I have got to do 1,012. Oh, where are you? 500 stitches on that one, but I will probably do like 1,000 because I need to basically start again. I did show you how much I've done so far. I would like to get it to this stage first. And there were so many, oh my gosh, there were so many of you that said like, send it to me, I'll unpick it for you. And I was not going to subject any of you to that because it's like, it's a lot. So that's kind of where I am so far, and it needs to be redone. So it's being redone. Main reason is because it's supposed to be that way. Yeah, done, but I have no idea how I made that mistake. I swear that I checked and rechecked and rechecked it, but clearly I did not do my due diligence. So do your due diligence, people, and make sure that your fabric is the right rotation, the orientation, before you start work on it. FYI. Okay, so the next one I'm going to be working on is Ornament Santa, which is one that I've just shown you. And I've got, this is coming up this month as well, so I'll just do 1,000 stitches on this one, so that I get my stitch count in. So I'll just whack 1,000 in there. Normally I can do that over a couple of days because there's a lot of block colour in here. So this is Santa and Frosty, and it's charted by Heaven and Earth Designs, and the artwork is by Donna Galsingar. I like her work, and this is where I am so far. This is like how much I've done so far. Not really a lot. You can't really see it very well, but a bit boring really because it's just the top. But yeah, we're making progress. We are making progress, people. Okay, so that is that one. 15. Lion. So I've got to do 500 stitches on the lion, which I'm sure I have already shown you. Where are you? It's one of the early ones. So this one's come up again. So I'll be doing 500 stitches on this one. Wow, that cloud is so black. Got another 500 to do on that one, which is nice because I like this one. And again, it's block colour, so it'll be quite quick stitching up, which is grand. And then that's that one. It's Delightful Waltz. Delightful Waltz. Haven't had this one out for a while. I've got to do 500 stitches on this one. This is also a beautiful coloured, there you go, beautiful colour pattern. I just love colour. And this is going to go in my office. I may or may not get a house, depending on what happens. So that's all up in the air right now. So yeah, Delightful Waltz, absolutely beautiful. It's by Artisy. I'm doing this one on 20 count 1/1. I haven't got it to show you, but I need to do 500 stitches on that one. I need to do 500 stitches on this one, and again, I don't have this one to show you, but this is the one that I charted. This is Pink Peonies. Love this. This is going to go in my room above my bed. Stunning, huh? Absolutely beautiful. These are my favourite colours. Like these colour pinks, like this dusky pink, like the light in there, and well, the light and the lighter dusky pink is my favourite colour. As you can tell, my house is pink. Well, my tiny house. Apparently I live in a tiny house. Yes, I know I live in a camper, but it's a tiny house to me. And then, oh my goodness, I have got, oh, kill me now. I have got to do another 2,000 stitches on this thing. So not only have I got to do my 269 stitches left, I've also, this comes up twice on my wipgo this month. I've got to do another 2,000 on this. Like, so, and then last but by all means not least, my full coverage Fanatics is black this month. And the only thing that I've got that has got any black in it, because I'm not a black girl. I wear a lot of black, which is funny, but I'm just not a black girl, is this one, which is the Story Keep, Rise of the Witches. And the artwork is by Lisa Parker, and it's beautiful. And I love this because it doesn't quite look like my cat, but it's black, and my cat has got exactly the same colour eyes. Let me see if I can grab him. I don't know if you've seen this one, but bear with me 1 sec. Okay, this is Socks. He doesn't look too happy at the moment, do you, Socks? But look at his eyes. Oh, you're gorgeous. Hey, you're gorgeous boy. I know you're not too happy at the moment, are you? When he does, oh my god, I tell you what, when his eyes are like really black, you know, the pupils, he's just gorgeous. Look, You say hello. Say hello, baby. Say hello, baby. This is Socks. He is my heart cat. He is just so beautiful. Aren't you? Me? He's so beautiful. And he is like a massive snuggle monster. He he loves to snuggle, so he'll meow at me when it's time to go to bed as well. Like at 10 o'clock, he's like clockwork. Where is he? Can I scoop my chair in without killing you? Okay. So they've just had some biscuits now to keep them quiet because I'm doing a video. But he'll go asleep on my bed. Actually, he was asleep. I just woke him up. And then at about 10 o'clock, he'll come down the stairs. And then he'll come over to where I am and he'll be meowing at me because it's like bedtime. He's like, Mummy, it's bedtime, come on. So, oh, it's the cat. So I'll then go to bed and he'll be on the sofa because he'll come down and join me on the sofa. Then I'll go to bed and then immediately after he'll join me on the bed and he'll like sleep at the other end. And then as soon as I go to turn the light out, I get this kind of like this funny little sound that he makes when he wants to come up and snuggle. It's really weird. And then he comes up to me and then he does this like digging motion. I don't know why he does it. Just does this digging motion. And then he will literally, when he sleeps, like when he like goes to lay down, he doesn't just lay down, he collapses. He you know, I'll be asleep and then he'll come up right here and then he'll go boom and he'll just collapse, and then I kind of sort of semi-spoon him. I don't really spoon him because he's not like down here, he's up here, but oh my god, he's just the best cat in the world. I love going to bed with him. And he will just sit there and he will snuggle and he will what's purr. He's got beautiful purr. That's thunder. And now my aircon's gone off. You can probably hear it. It's gone off because it's reached temperature in here. It's like 70 something. 79 degrees in here. I like it a bit warmer. I'm not like a real cold person, even though when I go to bed I like it cool. So I haven't got a temperature thing on my aircon in the bedroom. It just stays on all night. And the white noise makes me sleep as well. But the one in here, I can set it to a temperature and it will go off when the room reaches that temperature. So it's actually quite good because that air conditioning in there is probably keeping this down here cool, so the aircon probably stay off. Anyway, so one thing I really wanted to do this month, and I never got round to it, is do like 1,000 stitches in my bountiful bookshelf. So I will see if I can try doing that in my next, you know, for August, but I don't know. I've got so much to do in August and I've got so much going on. So that is the end of my stitching. That is the end of my stitching. Rascal, you can't go out. Come here. Come here. Rasky, do you want to say hello? No? So the cats are in now. It's about to storm it out there. And they both want to go out again. They are utterly mad. They're mad. You're staying in now, mate. Come here. Come here. Come here. Oh, this is the other one. He is so much heavier than Socks, aren't you? I know you've seen Garfield, but you are beautiful though, aren't you? He's mine. Oh, he looks a little bit cross-eyed though, I think. A little bit cross-eyed. And he has got a damaged eye because he got hit by a car. Not here, when we were at home. Which is why it was so important for me to be so far off the road. Here, and I'm like 3/4 of a mile off the road. And you know what? They don't go more than a 20-metre vicinity of where I am anyway. So they stay really close. Okay, well, that is the stitching for July. Wasn't a complete total failure, but just, you know, when I don't make my goals, it makes me feel like I'm a failure. And I think with like everything else going on at the moment, it's just adding to the stress. So, what's going on in your life? What's going on in the life of Holly? Lots of things really. One is, okay, let's talk about the good things, then let's talk about the things that aren't so good, and then let's talk about how I'm going to turn them around. Let's do that, shall we? Okay, so good. I've got 3 more clients this month. So now I'm up to like 12 to 14 clients, regular clients per month, which is great. And that's the other thing. July has been really busy with clients, so I haven't had a huge amount of time. So that's taken its toll. And then when I get back, I'm really, really tired, and I'm just not in the mood to stitch. It takes a lot out of me to do. Generally, I do 3 horses at a time, and it takes a lot out of me physically to do a deep tissue massage on horses. But, you know, I worked out that I've done 100 and so far, no, I've done 254 massages since I've been here. And I think that's 23. I think it started, the back end, I kind of started that business, the back end of 22, like October to now. So I've got 54 clients, which is good. But it's just not, you know, regular income, you know, because if something happens in the economy, everyone's like, oh my God, I can't afford it. So my job is very much a disposable income dependent job, which is never good. It's a little bit like PT instructor, you know, it's never good to be a PT instructor. Now, if I didn't have the other businesses, then I probably wouldn't look to do the massage. It's only because I've got the other businesses that are supporting it financially that I'm able to do that. Because if we were to have like another COVID, for example, COVID, no one was able to go out and do anything. And then everyone was poor after COVID because everyone was on furlough. So no one had any extra income. So like I said, the first things to go are your like massages, the chiropractors. Obviously every person needs a farrier, but people might put off getting the saddler out, for example. So a saddler is going to be very and a bridle fitter is going to be very dependent on the economy and what's going on and how much money people have got. So I'm trying to drive that business, which is good. Turmeric has picked up a little bit. It's not going crazy, but in one day, like last Monday, I had 5 orders come through all at once. So it's getting there, and I've got orders from people that I don't know that are from like completely unrelated. So they've obviously picked up on this product somewhere, which is good. So that's good. I've just had Dad's really struggling financially right now. Not struggling, that's the wrong word. Dad hasn't got as much disposable income as he would like right now, because he's in the process of going back out to Dubai, but he hasn't gone out there yet, so he's not got any sort of form of income coming in. So we made the decision for me to take out a loan to get the barn finished. And what I didn't realise, because I'm a complete idiot, is that even though it's a farm improvement loan, I took 120,000. My mortgage is 1,098 a month because my interest is like 9.65%. So that's like stressing me out because that's my second mortgage. So my first mortgage is on the land that I've got, which is over $1,000. It went from 7.75% to 8%. And so that's another $157 a month. So I've got like $2,300 in mortgage payments before I do anything. And then I've got insurances on top of that. I lost a boarder last month because she decided to go back. She wanted a mare at home, which is fine. She just missed her. She's still a really good client and a good friend. There was nothing between us. That's not the reason she took her. She just missed her, and she found it easier having all her horses together, which is fine. So I've lost a boarder. So I've only got $400 a month coming for that. So with like the turmeric, and the turmeric doesn't really bring in much, maybe $200 a month at the moment, if that. The massage brings in about $1,200 to $1,300 a month. So that is a mortgage payment. However, I have to pay myself. Now, I know that sounds crazy, And people would be like, well, just don't pay yourself. I do. I have to pay myself a minimum of $1,700 a month so that I can still qualify for the Obamacare thing, the marketplace insurance, healthcare. If I didn't pay myself, I wouldn't qualify for any of the Obamacare type thing because I'm on a low salary. I'm classed as like a low income family, low income something. But I have to physically make at least I think it's like $1,400 a month, $1,400 a year. So I'm paying myself a salary. Now because I'm paying myself a salary and it's coming through the business, every 3 months I have to pay payroll taxes, which is like $1,500 a month, which is every 3 months when you haven't even got the money is a lot. So that's quite stressful. The guy that we had lined up to do my barn, I don't know what's going on with that at the moment. So that's kind of been put on hold, which is a bit of a pain in the butt. So I don't even know when the barn's going to started. But as soon as it starts, I will definitely get pictures of it being built. At the end of the day, I need my barn built ASAP because without a barn, I haven't got any clients. And I need to get that barn filled so it's supporting my business, really. So there's the barn, and then I know they say build it and they'll come. They will. It just depends on where you are. And so yeah, there's that. Okay, so that is kind of like the good-ish bit with the massage and the fact that we could get a loan. What's the matter, babes? Not going out. You got Bob open, no hope. Nope. So the other thing is where we've had so much rain, my banks around the arena have fallen into my arena. They've collapsed. So my beautiful, plush, gorgeous arena has gone to shit, basically. It looks awful. So I'm having to shed out another $10,000 for a guy, and I think he's just turned up now. He's brought someone with him to push back the banks so they're a 3-to-1 angle all the way around. We're going to make a swell so none of the water comes in to the arena, and then we're going to seed it so it grows grass like super quick, the super quick seed, so that won't happen again. And then once that is done, then my arena guy is going to come back, who is actually technically the guy that's building my barn, but he's got someone else doing that. It's really confusing. Then he's going to come back and sort my arena out, but he's not sorting my arena out until everything has been fixed, and that's never going to happen again because I can't afford for him to keep coming out and fixing it. So once the arena's done and people can see that I've got work on the barn going, and my place is being bush hogged, it's a shit show right now because A, it's been so wet, B, I haven't had a tractor. I bought a tractor and a bush hog, so that's amazing. Then yesterday I spoke to a gentleman who does hay, and we are in cahoots with him using my land, because I've got quite a lot of land, to plant hay, cut it, bale it, and yeah, he can have the hay, but he does me a favour by keeping my land, cut, because it's such a big job on my own. I've got like 67 acres, so I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but it really is a lot. Nothing has happened with Susan. She's got my money still. She hasn't even had the decency to give me my money back. But that's okay, because it's not a deposit on land anymore, is it? It's basically a loan, and I will treat it like that. And it is a way that, and there's proof of funds on there anyway, and it's a way that we have a hold on the land, so she can't do anything with it anyway. And I don't know if I told you, I think I might have told you last month, that Jamie, she was going to buy it, and then I was going to buy it from her, but they changed their minds because something came up financially, so they couldn't do that, which is fine. I'm so used to people saying that they'll do you favours and then changing their mind last minute. It just seems to be in my remit right now. I just seem to be attracting people that, promise I'll do stuff, and then it doesn't happen. However, the one good thing is that there is a massive variance through their land, which connects the pond property, which is the property that Loretta was going to buy, which she hasn't bought, and the 18 acres. And myself and Jamie went to county, And obviously Jamie didn't know anything about this variance, and county has basically said that they have put a hold on any land being sold until Susan sorts out all of the survey lines, plat lines and things like that. What's the word? Is it you know what I mean, where everyone's land is. So it's not going anywhere. And at the end of the day, there is no one else that she can sell that to. She can only either sell it to Jamie or me. Loretta can't buy it because Loretta is bankrupt. The minute that they go outside the scope of me and Jamie, it's going to come out in the wash that they were dishonest and that they sold the land to Jamie with a variance on the property and didn't tell her about that, so she'll be done for fraud. And the county are happy to take her to court, because by law she should have told the county that they were the new owner, or they're going to be buying the property. The variance got done in November. That's when the application went through. And in January the 24th, they completed. So there was also written confirmation from Jamie in December that, yes, they wanted to buy the property and that they put their offer in, and there was, you know, communication between the two. So November, the application went in for the variance. In February, it went to the board commissions or something to get approved. But on the 24th of January, Jamie closed on the land. I mean, they should have been told. They'd already closed on the land. So realistically, it kind of wasn't their land anymore to put a variance on. So yeah, she has, and I also found out from the county that this Airbnb thing that she didn't have a license for it. So there's that. On the flip side, with Loretta, she has had code enforcement out because they've got 26 vehicles on their property that aren't working. It just looks like a car salvage place over there. It looks like a shit show, and I've got a load of it over my side as well. So yeah, it's a bit of a nightmare. So anyway, basically what's going to happen now is I'm just going to use that land like whatever. I don't really care, to be honest. Susan's not even here anyway, so she's not even going to know I'm using it. And what's she going to do about it? She's used so much of my land. It's unbelievable in the past, and she's got my money anyway. So yeah, but like I said, she can't sell it to anyone else. The county have also put, after me and Jamie went up to the county, they put a stop on her selling her property. So it's not going anywhere. So at the end of the day, it's just sitting there. And you know, in all fairness, with having this other mortgage, it's probably a blessing in disguise that I don't have another $500 a month to be spending on a piece of property that I don't really even need at the moment, technically. It is all going to come out in the wash. Brian and Jamie have got first refusal on the pond property that Loretta said that she was going to buy, but now she's not paid anything towards it. She's probably going to be foreclosed in December, January time anyway, because she's got 140 grand's worth of liens on her property, and her house hasn't even been moved into conventional mortgage yet. They're on a year's loan, like a rollover loan, to get her credit score back up, because her credit score is like below 500, and two, to get the liens paid off. Well, she's got 140 grand plus she owes Jamie 68,000 as well. They haven't got a lien on their property, but she owes them a lot of money for what they did. And also Caleb, the guy that's doing my arena, she owes him like 3 or 4 grand. I mean, she owes everyone so much money. There is no way on God's green earth is she going to get that clear before August now. August, September, October, November, 5 months. How are you going to get 140 grand cleared in 5 months when you've got no income? Her husband's on like workers' comp because he's hurt himself and he's in and out of hospital. No one will work with her. She's a real estate agent, and no one will have any dealings with her because she's just vindictive and sly and dishonest. So yeah, they're kind of like up creek, you know, realistically. So yeah, I'm not really worried about it. It's just sitting there. It's doing nothing. She's still got my money, which is fine, because that means that I've still got a hold on that land and it's not going anywhere. And yeah, so that's kind of the land situation. Then, okay, so let's go on to how I'm going to get myself out of this. So I've had a few people come back to me with regards to my supplement, my turmeric supplement, saying that it really helps for anhydrosis, which is some horses, they struggle to sweat in the heat, and because turmeric benefits and boosts the immune system and works systemically. I've had a lot of clients come back and say that where their horses weren't sweating, now they're on the turmeric. It's the only thing they've changed. Their horses are sweating, which is fantastic. So I've got people buying it for that reason, which is great. So I'm hoping that that will kind of, go out a little bit. In the meantime, I am redesigning my website. My website is having a massive overhaul. So that is happening in the background. And also in the background, I am in talks with some Saddlery warehouses who will do a drop shipping system, which is great. And for any of you that don't know what drop shipping is, I will have everything on my website. Clients will order from my website, but that order will go over to the company that relates to. I've got three companies at the moment that I'm dealing with: State Line Tack, KL Select, RJ Classics, and in something international. So I've got 4 companies that I'm dealing with at the moment, at the moment I'm in the process of getting all the information put up onto my website in the Saddlery section. So what happens is a client orders from my website, that goes to the company that relates to. They then pack and then ship to my clients, and I don't have to buy anything, I don't have to store anything, I haven't got to package anything up and get it to the post office. So it's kind of like almost like a passive income, but I'm really hoping. We've got nothing here. We have got nothing in this area, tack shop wise. So my dad is in the process of building a 16 by 20 building down where my office is, and I got in contact with him the other day because I was like, Dad, if this saddlery takes off, I really want to have somewhere where I can actually store things, that people can come to the property and physically see things and buy things from the property. And also it'll be really good pulling power for anyone that's in the barn, if they forget their saddle pad, or their saddle pad gets ruined, or something happens, or they need something for a competition next day. We'll have everything down there. So we're going to build it double story, so it'll be 16 by 20 foot twice. So we're going to start off small and see how that goes, and then if that kind of takes off and I can get a full-time member of staff on that, and we will obviously do online orders as well, and I'll look at bringing in my own, what I would like to do is bring in my own branded products, and then my own branded product can be down there, and that's where we'll have the shipping. We'll do our own shipping then, we'll have our own boxes, we'll have our own packaging, we'll do our own shipping. And if we get a little bit bigger, if it does quite well, then I've got plans to expand that and put that sort of down the other side of my property, so that people can drive in. So you drive 3/4 of a mile kind of off the main road, and then you go through like a tree line, and then it will be on the left hand side, and there's loads of space where people can park. It'll be a much bigger structure, and we'll have like a really nice big tack shop. So that is the plan. So RJ Classics, I've been dealing with a guy called Russell on there, and he said, you're in a really niche area. They've got nothing. They have got nothing in Georgia, and they do really well in other states, like really well. They're making don't get me wrong, I'm not getting ahead of myself, but they're making multi-million dollars in other states and other tack shops. So he said, because there's nothing in Georgia at the moment, that's a niche for me. So that's really exciting. But the only problem with RJ Classics is that they want $2,500 minimum payment, minimum order now, and it's only a one-off minimum order. Now, something like State Line Tack Shop, it doesn't matter so much, because they do everything. They do grooming kits, they do saddle pads, they do boots, they do helmets, they do you name it, anything for stables, buckets, water buckets, feed buckets, wheelbarrows. So, and I think State Line have got a $500 minimum order, but that's not a problem, because I'm going to need buckets, and I'm going to need, wheelbarrows, and I'm going to need saddle, I'm going to need, what do you call it? The things to put saddles on. Oh my God, my head's gone. So I'm going to, and and things to put bridles on, clips, things like this. So I will be able to spend that $500 really quick. In the feed room, I'm going to need like a proper, you know, feed bins and things like that, metal feed bins, and they can be like a couple of $100s. So that I'm not really worried about state line tack, because I will need all of that for my barn anyway, so that's not a problem. So basically the aim at the moment is that I've got state line tack that does everything from stable stuff to horse apparel, and they do certain human apparel. So they'll do like boots, chaps, hats, you know, helmets, gloves, spurs and things like that. And then they do saddles, bridles and things like that. And then you've got KL Select. And KL Select are very much sort of your leatherworks. So they've got some really nice bridles that sell really well, that do really well. And they also have some breeches that sell really well. So there's a guy that I've been speaking to there. He's told me, you know, what sells really well and what would do really well online. And then there is RJ Classics, which is the company that I told you that it was like $2,500 minimum order. But they are mainly tops, breeches, jobbers, helmets and that sort of thing. And they also deal with, they've got a lady who is one of the reps, and she deals with oh my gosh, what they're called, Owen, oh my god, hang on, where are you? She deals with, so Charles Owen helmets, dressage sport boots, Castell, Denmark, Kerrit's equestrian apparel, tech stirrups. You know, she's like this sales rep for all of these things for RJ Classics. So we can get those into the Saddlery as well online. So that's really exciting. And then so KL Select, RJ Classics, and then the other company, I can't remember what it's called now. It's something international. What was her name? Her name is, what do you want, babe? You're not going out. Bear with me. Her name is Crystal, but she deals with a company that does everything as well. I can't find. Where are you? It doesn't really matter, does it? But she deals with a company also that does everything. Intrepid International, they're called Intrepid International. They're a little bit like State Line Tack, where they are massive, and they do international as well. I will probably stay stateside. There's no point in me doing international orders. UK have got enough of their good stuff like Lemire, and oh my god, I love Lemire. So yeah, so the plan is to kind of extend into bringing in my own branding, which is what I would love to do. I'd love to have my own branding, but you know, little steps. So for the barn, I am looking to get a trainer in. I'm looking to give a trainer 4 stalls, and so then for them to be like an eventer, or 4 or 6 stalls depending on how many they need. And I would love to do sort of grid work with gymnastics every sort of 3rd Saturday, which is where you know, you have jumps in a line. And you start off with like a trotting pole on the ground, and a ground pole, and then maybe a small cross pole, and then a ground pole, and then a small cross pole, and they have to kind of go over it. It's really, really good for proprioception. It's good for conditioning. It's really good for them, their concentration. It keeps them thinking about things as well, and that's really, really good for them. And dressage horses and show jumpers can do that, so it's great for both disciplines. So I'm looking to get a trainer in, and then what I would really like to do, and there is some decent money to be made in this, buy off the track thoroughbreds, because there's a lady in Florida that does this. Buy off the track thoroughbreds, put 90 days on them. I mean, it might be a little bit more than 90 days, because some of them, you know, they're so used to going around to the left, but they've got absolutely no bend to the right, because obviously racehorses always race going round to the left, don't they? Never round to the right, which is also why sometimes they kind of look like they're built a little bit asymmetrically. And then so she buys them for like $2,500, and she sells them for $15,000. I mean, and there are so many OTTBs out here. Like, the racehorse industry is humongous, and I think when I was at university, we looked at that industry, and I think out of all the racehorses that are born per year, only 1% make the cut. So there's 99% wastage, or they race to a point and then they just sold at sales or at auctions and things like that. So I would really like to go into that, because it's, you know, it's also great because you are bringing new life into a horse. You're, you know, giving it a second chance. It's got a second job. So where its job before was racing, now it might be a dressage horse, or, well, more like a venter, because thoroughbreds need a bit of like heaviness for dressage, a bit more bone. But you know, you're giving it a second chance, and people aren't going to spend a lot of money on a horse and then treat it like rubbish. They're just not going to do that. Well, very few do, but you know, anyway. So that's great. And you know, I'll say to them, if you don't get on with the horse, because not everyone has a great relationship, you know, some horses just don't work for people, we'll have it back. And then, you know, you can obviously have your pick of another horse. So that's a really, really good business. It's not really a side hustle. I wouldn't really call it a side hustle. It's like another business model that I'm looking at. So to get me out of this situation, I'm going to be doing the boarding. I'm going to be doing the saddlery. I'm really hoping the saddlery takes off. And I am going to be doing the training, the retraining. Now, one great thing about my turmeric is, or one disadvantage with just selling one thing on my website, is that people go to my website, if they decide they don't want it, there's nothing else there. Whereas if people are seeing advertisement for my turmeric, and then they're like, oh, well, you know, I don't really fancy getting the turmeric, but, oh, actually, she's got a tack shop, she's got a saddlery on there, let's have a look because I need X, Y, Z, then, you know, they'll end up, it's just encouraging people to spend more money, if that makes sense. And I don't mean that to come across really arrogantly. That came across really arrogant. That's not what I mean. I mean, it's a good platform to make money, because there's a lot more there to offer. There's a lot more offered, if that makes sense. So yeah, so that's kind of where I am at with trying to get myself out of this hole at the moment. My builder is going to have a chat with this guy that's supposed to be building my barn at the end of the week, which is tomorrow. He's supposed to be starting on the 7th of January, 7th of August, so I don't really know what's going on with that. But it will be really good to, you know, get you some pictures of it being built. And I'm so excited. I'm so excited to get everything looking nice. I'm so excited to get, you know, on top of my property. Once everything looks nice and I'm on top of my property, maintenance wise, then I'm probably going to be able to encourage a few more pasture borders in. So, you know, that's really exciting. So it all sort of snowballs. Other good piece of information is that I'm allowed to make an appointment for the American Embassy for my visa. So that has all been accepted. I don't know if it's been approved yet. You do not know whether you've been approved for a visa until you're stood in front of the officer. I mean, it's quite a scary proposition, because I've got to get my dad out here to look after the kids being my cats and horses. And if I go home and I go to the American Embassy and they haven't approved my visa, or they've denied my visa, they then cancel every other visa that's in your passport, so you can't travel back to the States. So I'm on a sticky wicket. What do? I've got a bloody business at home. I've got clients, I've got my cats, my dad's looking after the fort, and I can't fly back here. So it's quite scary. However, my immigration lawyer is amazing, and she thinks I've got a really strong case. So, I mean, she does this. She's one of the best immigration lawyers in the field, and if she thinks I've got a strong case, you know, this is what she does day in, day out, right? So, I'm pretty confident that it's going to be okay. But there's always that chance that you'll get the officer that's had a really bad day, and is just going to pick holes in something, you know. But let's hope that doesn't happen. So I'm really hoping that, you know, the saddlery side of it takes off. I was hoping that the turmeric side of it was going to take off a little bit more, but you know, it's still trying to get its legs. It's still trying to get out there to people. You know, I need to rejig the website, which I'm doing. I'm redesigning the website. I've got a friend who's doing the artist's impression of what the barn's going to look like when it's done. So that's exciting. And if I can get that up, then hopefully I can conjure some interest with, you know, what we've got being built. So yeah, so that is pretty much me in a nutshell this month. Yeah, it's just having to like plod along really, aren't I? Just carry on. It's been stressful. The whole not having a salary every single month is really stressful. You know, I think back to when I had 3 jobs in the UK and I was complaining about it. Rascal, I'm talking. I was complaining about it, and now I will never complain about having a job ever again. I will never complain about having an income, because not having an income is scary as hell. And it's a lot of juggling, and I have no savings. Yeah, I had 60 grand's worth of savings at home, and I'm here now, and I've gone through all of my savings just to stay afloat, and it's really scary. And now I've got a 2 grand mortgage that I've got to clear before I can do even anything, before I can pay my credit cards, before I can you know, pay my Viasat internet, which is $174 a month. My internet is $174 a month. My electric bill last month was $145. My car insurance is either $165 or $175 a month, and I'm so used to paying that for a whole entire year at home. I've got like $800 going out of my account just on everyday expenses, and that doesn't even include food. You know, you're whacking on food on top of that, which is about $150 a week, because it's so expensive to live here food wise, and fuel is costing me $400 or $500 a month. I mean, it's exhausting. It's absolutely exhausting. So yes, I really need to get, I just really need to get like on top of things. So the barn, get on top of the property, then I can get some fields done, and then I can get some more some more pasture borders. So yeah, that's kind of sort of where I am. But I'm praying. If any of you guys out there believe in God, please pray that my saddlery business takes off, because this is my last, it's like my last ditch attempt to do something that is feasible or that works financially. I don't know what else I'm going to do other than selling my soul or a kidney on the black market, because I'm all out of ideas. But yeah, so I'm going to stop boring you now, and I think that's like literally everything for this month, for the month of July. We are now in August, which is quite scary. And yeah, I'm going to get this video edited. It's the 1st of August now. This will get edited and then go out overnight, and then it'll be with you tomorrow, which is the 2nd. So thank you so much, guys, for listening to me rant on, or just, yeah, thank you for coming back to me. I want to say a massive thank you to everyone who wrote so many nice comments about all of the crap that I was dealing with my neighbour. I had so many people private message me on Instagram, private message me on Facebook, message me on YouTube, and I had no nasty comments. Like, there was not one comment that was like, oh, you know, you're just a spoilt brat. Sometimes I feel like I come across as a spoilt brat, and that's not how I want to come across at all. And I don't want to come across as a pity party and, oh, woe me. No. I made the decision to come to America. I made the decision to systematically turn my life upside down. And this is real. This is real life. It is hard. It's hard work. And I am so grateful to my dad, because he really has kept me afloat. I would never have been able to do this without him. 100%, I would never have been able to do this without him. He is amazing, and you know, I owe my whole future to my dad, and I love him with all my heart, and I'm so appreciative of him every single day. And he knows that, because I tell him every day that I love him. So yeah, I have got a support network, which I'm so grateful for, but it's hard work. You know, this is reality. This is real life. It's not always easy. It's not always rainbows. Sometimes it pours with rain for days, you know, with regards to life. And sometimes I wake up and I think, can I carry on doing this? Like, you know, this hasn't worked or that hasn't worked, and I feel like I am a salmon swimming against the tide, like upstream. And sometimes I feel like it doesn't matter what I do, nothing works. Like nothing is happening. You know, my barn still hasn't been built, and now I've had this whole issue with, you know, the bank's fallen into my arena, and I just sometimes feel like everything is against me, like nothing is going the right way. And I'm just praying that at some point, you know, things will be a little bit easier, and you know, financially I'll have a little bit of financial freedom. But you know, we've got a long way to get there. I'm hoping the barn will be built in like 3 to 4 months. So, but we'll see. So, thank you so much to everyone who stopped by to watch my video. If you haven't already subscribed, if you could subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. It just helps with the algorithms and everything. Oh, and just to mention, I don't know if I mentioned this last month, because I have had a few people say to me about the adverts. I am not monetized. I'm not going to monetize my channel. The only way to not get adverts is by buying the YouTube Premium. I've got no say or no control in any of the adverts that come up on your video. So if you have adverts, I apologize, but it's got nothing to do with me. It's not anything to do with me trying to make money out of my videos, because I'm not interested in that. I'm not doing this for business. I'm doing this because I love cross stitching. I want you to come along with me in my journey of my cross stitching, and you know, I'm doing something that is huge life-wise, and it's nice to share that with other people. So that's the reason that I'm doing this. I'm not doing it for any financial gain, so I'm not monetized. So just, yeah, it's like, I think I pay like $9.99 a month for YouTube Premium, or $11.99 a month, and I tell you what, it is a game changer. It is a game changer. Like, I could not go back to normal YouTube now. I just couldn't. I never get any adverts before, after videos. There's no interruptions. Oh, it's just lovely. It's so nice now. It's so nice. So yeah, thank you so much, guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.